The Whiting and the Snail by Lewis Carroll. Read for LibriVox.org by Ike Sher. From Alice in Wonderland. After Mary Howitt. "Will you walk a little faster?" said a whiting to a snail. "There's a porpoise close behind us, and he's treading on my tail. See how eagerly the lobsters and the turtles all advance. They are waiting on the shingle. Will you come and join the dance? Will you, won't you? Will you, won't you? Will you join the dance? Will you, won't you? Will you, won't you? Won't you join the dance? You can really have no notion how delightful it will be when they take us up and throw us with the lobsters out to sea." But the snail replied, too far, and gave a look askance. Said he thanked the whiting kindly, but he would not join the dance. Would not, could not, would not, could not join the dance. Would not, could not, would not, could not join the dance. "What matters it how far we go?" his scaly friend replied. "There is another shore, you know, upon the other side. The further off from England, and the nearer is to France. Then turn not pale, beloved snail, but come and join the dance. Will you, won't you, will you, won't you? Will you join the dance? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you? Won't you join the dance?" End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Without and Within by James Russell Lowell. Read for LibriVox.org by Ike Sher. My coachman, in the moonlight there, looks through the side light of the door. I hear him with his brethren swear as I could do, but only more. Flattening his nose against the pane, he envies me my brilliant lot, breathes on his aching fists in vain, and dooms me to a place more hot. He sees me in to supper go, a silken wonder by my side, bare arms, bare shoulders, and a row of flounces for the door too wide. He thinks how happy is my arm neath its white-gloved and jewelled load, and wishes me some dreadful harm, hearing the merry corks explode. Meanwhile, I in lie curse the bore of hunting still the same old coon, and envy him outside the door in golden quiets of the moon. The winter wind is not so cold as the bright smile he sees me win, nor the host's oldest wine so old as our poor gabble sour and thin. I envy him the ungived prance with which his freezing feet he warms, and drag my lady's chains and dance the galley slave of dreary forms. Oh, could he have my share of din, and I his quiet, past a doubt would still be one man bored within, and just another bored without. Nay, when once paid my mortal fee, some idler on my headstone grim traces the moss-blurred name. Will he think me the happier, or I him? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
The World Well Lost by Edmund Clarence Stedman. Read for LibriVox.org by J. Lee. That year? Yes, doubtless I remember still, though why take count of every wind that blows? 'Twas plain, men said, that fortune used me ill. That year, the self-same year I met with Rose. Crops failed, wealth took a flight, house, treasure, land, slipped from my hold. Thus plenty comes and goes. One friend I had, but he, too, loosed his hand. Or was it I? The year I met with Rose. There was a war, I think, some rumor, too, of famine, pestilence, fire, deluge, snows. Things went awry. My rivals straight in view throve, spite of all, but I, I met with Rose. That year my white-faced Alma pined and died. Some trouble vexed her quiet heart, who knows? Not I, who scarcely missed her from my side, or aught else gone. The year I met with Rose. Was there no more? Yes, that year life began, all life before a dream. False joys, light woes, all after life compressed within the span of that 1 year. The year I met with Rose. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.